Welcome, international people of the global universal world. This is a presentation that is a combination with the presentations of the entire playlist of the YouTube channel feed. There's SISA space BRIAN space MAKALUZA, meaning the YouTube channel feed of all the playlist of Sisa Brian Makaluza, YouTube channel feed Sisa Brian Makaluza, on the behalf of the entire natives of the District 6, yes, Kriwa towns of their anniversary of the presidential years, as we are communicating these next presentations with the entire presentations that were recorded on the month of love, and also all of them that were in eternity, immortality, and spirituality, yes, of Generation Alpha, Conversation Alpha, day one, year one of the third year of the ICST VC4A and European Research Council, yes, in the name of the Lamoshe Moshe Vamoshe Kumbule Songs and Ngoba, Passion to Survive, Correctness of Immortality, Empire Expanding Startup Ecosystem of the Planetary Business Universe in cryptocurrencies to endure, yes, of the foreign direct universal world. Let's get to the point of today and the presentation of today. Not yes, in following up all the playlist of the web URLs combinations, yes, with the Microsoft Ikanja of the entire, yes, unity of the empowerment of the Empire startup ecosystem of the Lamoshe. As you already know, that we were introduced as the nominees of the First Company Campus, nominees of your technology awards, as well as directing also to the Young's Forbes Young African of the Year award. Therefore, let's carry on right now. Always remember, connect to what SoundCloud Station 5, SoundCloud Station 5, as well in the Go Lab of the Lord of Eternity, Lord of Immortality, and then Lord of the yes. As you already know, thank you very much. Let's carry on and get into the point of what we are here today to represent. Yes, in the terms of the city of Cape Town, in global associations with the Western Cape government 2023 Global Impact Bonds of its GSG Global Labs cross-sector partnerships in support for the contribution of the resolutions and solutions for those following global network advanced management, 21st millennium, collective shifting systems, and business tomorrow transforming to technology, better center UCT, GSB, Graduate School of Business of the University of Cape Town, Graduate School of Business, transforming to technology, better center, and UCT, Graduate School of Business 2019 Conference Summit to support the Premier of the Western Cape government on his 20th and 23rd June 2023 area of focus of his professional private presentation speech introduced in the ETV private presentation speech introduced in the ETV International Foreign Affairs of the Western Cape Government headlines global news broadcasting channel of the introduced above dates to support the Premier's planetary global international world with its private impact GSG global bonds directed to the United States by the Premier and the Department of the Global Economic Opportunities to also promote the resolutions for the vision of the transportation of the transformation to transport by the MECs. Yes, fourth 2018 area of focus to contribute resolutions and solutions for these 2018 summits on behalf of the Department of the Transport of the City of Cape Town and the DTA with its 2013 and 2018 Sustainable Development Plan framework of the 5-year plans of the ICSD 2020-2030 visionary visions of the Department of Transport Planning and Network Management. To carry on further in page 2, paragraph 2, therefore, we hereby introduce the list of the Premier Allen Winter 2023 June Summit of the dedication as promised as from the Departments of Transport and Public Works in combination to support the West Grow Vision 2020 of Tim Harris with their 2020 booklets of Invest in Cape Town and Invest in the Western Cape from the both City of Cape Town and Western Cape governments, Department of the Global Economic Opportunities for the area of focus on these 2023 summits. Number 1, the International Labour Organization Summit. Number 2, the World of Work Summit. Number 3, the New Global Finance Pact Summit. Number 4, the African Growth and Opportunities .info Summit. And next, the City of Cape Town International Convention Center 2023 GTR Africa Summit, and also the City of Cape Town International Convention Center 2023 Mining in Africa Summit. To carry on with point number 2, paragraph number 2 of page number 2, we as the Makaluza 143 Empire Expansion of ICSD and VC4A, Lamoshe, Moshe, Vamoshe 18Ps, Inotech of Planetary Business Universe 2023, 2026, 2063, ecosystem of most innovative companies. We want to create a planetary global business world, business universe, ecosystem of international relationships with following list of international relationships with next following list so that we establish a global network advanced management, 21st millennium, 31st millennium, huge global opportunities that will rise the discovery of the District 6 Wheel of Fortune as the discoveries to this ecosystem through the 12 years of slavery motion picture. Therefore, to carry on with other summits that we have managed to ensure that we combine them and integrate them with the previous mentioned last introduced 6 summit. So for the 7th one, it is the Government Labs Summit Initiative of 2020, the GSG Global Impact Bonds Cross-Sector Partnerships of 2020, the Social Outcomes Conference Summit of 2020, the Better Center and Intellect's Introduction Impact into Investing in Foundations and Organizations 2020, the Ecosystem of the United Nations Earth Continental Unions and Commissions, the Ecosystem of the World Economic Development Forum Chairs, the Ecosystem of all Single Continental of One Earth State Presidential Presidents Summits, the entire European Research Council Executive of African European Free Trade with Europe, the Business Transformation Summit and Conscious Business Summit of 2023, the Business Leaders and Owners Summit and Sustainable Development Summit of 2023. Also, we are coming back again, yes, with the Business Leaders and Owners Summit, yes, that we have already mentioned, and Sustainable Development Summit 2023. Once more, the other one is the World Tech Summit of 2023 and the Innovation Entrepreneurship Summit of 2023, the Government Summit and the Government Summit Sponsors 2023-2026, the Environmental Education Summit of 2023, 2026, 2036 to 2063, World Economic Growth and Integrated Strategic Development Summit 2023-2063, the World Economic Growth and Integrated Strategic Development Summit that we've already mentioned, Innovation for Education Summit, World Summit 2023, 2026, 2020, 2036, and 2063, Innovation for Health World Summit of 2023, 2026, 2036, 2063, on a Food Security Summit and Necessary Business Health Summit of 2063, the R1 Coin Value Summit 2023, also to 2036, 2063, and 2063, the Southern Africa Development Community Summit, the West Africa and East Africa United Union and Commission Summit, the Dr. Iqbal BRICS Sub-Council Summit, the Sustainable Development Solutions Network, Global Associations, Masters of Development Practice Programs of the ICSD 2020-2030, Afro-Greco 2063 Vision. Once again, we come back with the last page of page 2, introduction to paragraph 2. As all the introduced summits are in ecosystem with the following 2019-2020 conference summits, the Better Center Collective Shifting Systems, the UCT Graduate School of Business, Tomorrow Transforming to Technology, the University of Cape Town Graduate School of Business, Reunion, Reunite, Re-Engage, Vision 2050, the African Barometer Impact Investing in Africa, in vehicle innovation, the African Barometer, Two Ways of Agriculture Farming. Yes, once again, the Agenda Towards Africa 2063, University of Cape Town Graduate School of Business of 2017, and then the GSG Global Impact Bonds and Social Outcomes Summit, the Government Labs Cross-Sector Partnership Summit, the Information Society and the Social Outcomes Document Outcomes Summit, which is the Sustainable Development and the G20 Summit. Therefore, as we move on from to page 3, all the previous summits are to congratulate the formation of the Advanced Active Board of Directorates, the private founding executive committee of the Lamoshe, Moshe, Vamoshe, Skumbulile Sisonga Sangoba, Together We Conquer, Empire Expansion of the Planetary Business Universe, Cryptocurrencies of the True and Beyond the Infinity of the Zodiac, Foreign Direct Investments of the startup ecosystem of organizations and foundations, business universal companies that were innovated, established, and discovered by the executive that met in these summit conferences. The World Design Summit, the World Design Capital 2014 Cape Town, the World Design Capital 2016 Taipei, which we were invited by Mrs. Y.T. Wendy Cheng from Taipei, Taiwan, that we couldn't manage to be there in 2016 because we had financial status of being bankrupt. Therefore, the Miss Wendy Ekaben Women 1000 of 2018 Summit, the 2015 anniversary of the Griqua Town's District 6 bicentenary years of independence, and the years of 2019 anniversary of Raise Cop Pitch and Polish anniversary. Yes, to close up really now with page number 3, as the private executive founding board committee are a combination of the University of Cape Town and the Cape Peninsula University of Technology as the number 1, Mr. Cesar Brian Makaluza and Scooby-Doo Adventures of a Passion to Ultimate. With number 2, Miss Stacy Carnes, Sean Ziman, Lance Coe, and Cecily Ziman. These are the private executive active board committee of founding. Yes, they introduced empire expansion of businesses. Yes, we also in the memory of Sukulwa Vuyo and also Malusi Mashoka Bevu and Tomi Zungulwa. Therefore, the 66 Cape Town natives of the 1652 natives folk tracker movement, as also the street living survivors of the 1815 Griqua natives, and also the fifth ones that are also the executive private, yes, founding executive board of the introduced the start-up companies of Lamoshe Vamoshe, 18 Ps, the multiracial native global and African global network of the 2017 Graduate School of Business Review hashtag 9 Summer 2017 refugees doing business in the District 6 station deck in the and in every corner shop of Cape Town and the Western Cape. Therefore, without wasting any moment of time, while we are moving on into paragraph 4 of page 4, introduction 4 on this playlist, therefore, the Advanced Active Board of Directorates that met in the 2014 World Design Capital in both City of Cape Town events, such as the introduction once again of Miss Stacy Carnis and Sister Brian Macaluza, Mr. Lance Coe, and with Mr. Sean and Miss Cecily Ziman, the establishers of the introduced the yes, empire startup companies of the Lamoshe Vamoshe, Kumule Songa. Together, we are the establishers of the Start Up Conquering VC4A ICST 2020-2030 for the Afro-Griqua Vision 2063 with the District 6 entire City of Cape Town and Western Cape government of the Black Township natives as from Sub-Council 1 to Sub-Council 10 to Sub-Council 24 with the 34 nodes of the entire regional province, including the entire provincial primary, secondary, foundation, higher education and advanced tertiary and further ecosystem of the provincial black and colored and multiracial native nations of the District 6 towns nations of the 1652 as to the Generation Alpha, Conversation Alpha of all the universities of the United Unions of the Sons of the Soils and the African Queens of all the Asian philosophy from Cape to Cairo universities, as we've already introduced them, because they are also the executive board, the private directorates of the Conversation Alpha, Generation Alpha, Startup Empire Expansion Ecosystem of Planetary Business Universe of Cryptocurrencies. Once again, as we are introducing it, foreign direct investments, companies inspired by the direct investments, companies inspired by the scientific committee staff, private executive of the Sustainable Development Solutions Network, Global Association, Masters of Development Practices. You will know the ICSD 2020 reference numbers that used to begin with hashtag, hashtag, and hashtag, hashtag, two hashtags, but that we will introduce later. They are a numerical order. But here to carry on of the social outcomes 2020 summits, the Masters of Philosophy in Inclusive Innovation, founders of the 31st from the 21st millennium new world global planetary universe order of the cryptocurrencies wheel of fortune. You'll find those presentation playlist, yes, on the channel feed, channel YouTube feed, channel YouTube field, yes, feed of Sisa Brian Macaluza, SISA space BRIAN space MAKALUZA, and also you'll find them in the HTTP colon 192 dot 1 168.43.1:299. As you will find also the founders of Mr. Cesar Brian Macaluza and the Adventures of Scooby-Doo, Passion to Ultimate, pioneered by the author of the Chronicles of Immortality, third to the sixth to the ninth testament of Pythagoras, the author Pythagoras Kurubete Kurupia of as the Alumni University of Cape Town Graduate School of Business, graduate in the department of the Raymond Ackerman Academy 2012 to the Better Center Foundation Researcher of 2019-2020 to the entire vision of 2063. Thank you. To carry on now, we are moving on quite quickly and fast because Scooby-Doo over here is right here, Scooby-Doo. Scooby-Doo, you don't have, yes, there's Scooby-Doo over here. Scooby-Doo is the one who managed to combine also all these presentations over here for the passion to ultimate of Scooby-Doo adventures in the name of him representing all the animal kingdoms and also representing the motion picture of the cats and dogs as the masters of development in innovation practice. Therefore, to carry on, Scooby-Doo doesn't want to introduce himself or himself because he's only 1 year, 10 years old now by this year in April. He was completing his 10 years old. Yes, in this page number 5 as we continue. Therefore, the scientific committee staff for private executive, Mr. Cesar Brian Macaluza, is also the semi-finalist of a Race Cup Pitch and Polish of year 2012, which is the first engineered scientific pioneered by technology, creative creators innovation known as the G2S7474 automatic wheel spanner. Over there, for further acknowledgements and entrepreneurial gratitude, please contact the following emails: pitch@raiscorp.com. pitch@raiscorp.com. The second email you can find the gratitudes of the Pitch and Polish semi-finalist of Mr. Cesar Makaluza is Miss Brownwayne, yes, at racecorp.com, from Wayne at racecorp.com. And number 3, you can just go on to their website, www.pitchandpolish.com. If you have managed to find the email of pitch at racecorp.com, may you please also ask for the director, Ms. Brownwayne. Therefore, to carry on with paragraph 5 of number 5 over here, while the founders, who is this? Thank you. Therefore, while the founders and discoverers of the evolution of the modern philosophy in linguistic terms, the other stories of Born a Crime by Trevor D.W. Noah, which is the Chronicles of Immortality in a Sprat to Catch a Mackerel by the ambassador of the Four Legs of the Table, Mr. Raymond Ackerman, while with the first company campus magazine of 2017-2020, known as the Bitcoin Kings, as the discoverers of the no limit, true and beyond the infinity of the zodiac and the cosmos of the galaxies of the entire multiracial native nations of the universe, the creative creators from the first existence of creation that discovered the 31st millennium of the 21st millennium wheel of fortune, new world order. The masters, as they are also the masters of commerce in development finance, as Mr. Cesar Brian Macaluza, as the entire multiracial native First Nations of the existence of creations, the nations of the ecosystem of natives of the 36 towns, even before and beyond the Union of 1652, as from the Cape to Cairo, ancient philosophy of linguistic terms. Therefore, we have managed to ensure that all these presentations of the first 5 pages, you will manage to find them that they've been introduced in several playlists. When you find them in the playlist on the YouTube channel feed of Sister Brian Makaluz. Therefore, as a native son of the African United Unions, whom is a born and bred winner of the multiracial native nations of the planetary universal continental of one earth. He is currently applying for a portfolio position as a private fixed employment vacancy, so to contribute resolutions and solutions for the government in all their municipal and provincial, continental, and planetary United Nations of planetary one earth challenges that face every day. It he was one of the ambitions to work for the government ever since the introduction of the Nelson Mandela manipulations of cruelism, of envy and vampirism in our DA communities of the Western Cape government to the Republic of South African government, which we are also the United Nations government so of the Cape Town. He realized the downfall of the government in the black community residential area in as it was that the entire 1994 ANC committee ward councillors were uneducated and the promises of and urban management to transformation of the Cape Town in their planning, in their initiative of planning of our future city together, better together, one city together through the African Brotherhood. Therefore, over here, all of us as natives of the Griqua towns, District 6, as way back since the first natives of Khoisans, Hottentots, and Bushmen, we are here in the 21st millennium, 31st millennium as, yes, the students, the chamans, the mentors, the leadership of followers, as followers that also follow. We are the thinkers, the shapers, the movers, the entrepreneurs, the singers and the composers, the directorates, the teachers, the learners, and the active activate change drivers. We are rappers and multivarious sporting codes trainers. We are also the poets, the writers, the student men and women, and the day one worker. We are performers, we are researchers, we have true love of caring. We have also an integrated marketing and communications entrepreneurs. We are also a product designers, service providers to the United Nations government of the planetary universe and the entire multi-multiracial native space of the universe. We are dancers and we are sports brand ambassadors. We are also a humble, tumble, tangible, mumble, and dumble and fumble. We are winter games go fellas. We are motion picture actors. We are comedians. We are martial arts. We are action, animation, and we are also librarian worms. We are also a City of Cape Town Lingaletu West Crime Prevention Unit Department of the Navy SEAL soldiers. We are the last Boy Scouts of the 19th century Jamboree of 1994 and 1996. We are script writers from the Chronicles of Immortality, Third Testament, to the Fifth, Sixth Testament until the Ninth Testament. We are also fashion designers. We are four-wheel drive designers of vehicles innovations in combination with the African United Unions of the African science of the soil. We are a poor door convertible truck designers. We are train designers. We are a festival annual celebration designers. We are a member of conference summits of the global universe and the global planetary global world. We are also world government summits organizers. We are also annual global sustainable development business universe expos for as we are also the annual planetary universe Innotech product designers for the business expos. We are also an annual planetary global universe for the United Nations Students Innovation Summit. Therefore, we also want to introduce again, you must also find us also in Twitter at MAKALUZA143, Twitter at MAKALUZA143. I am dedicated when he is dedicated, actually, even me too, actually, when the team gives a full authority to resolve the challenges because of the trust and in our potential that it will provide accountable service excellence. And when we permanently establish the fixed employment and employees by our government of the native yard of District 6, trust in us, as the United Nations have trust in us to complete a combined joint venture project development like our 18 July Summit 2018 Community Safety Promotions Workshop Summit. Therefore, always remember, now we've managed to reach the 30th marker. So it's time for, you can have a break for a while. And then when you come back from the break, yes, you might just want to pause right now in this 30-minute break. And then when you come back, you have some refreshments. You can have some energy drinks. You can have a smoke. You can have something nicely. And then you can come back. And then you scroll back if you paused. Then you carry on. And then next time, if you switched off, and then you push back again, and then you stroll to 32 minutes of 6 seconds, and then you will continue to find the next introduction of this empowering, inspiring empowerment, yes, of the support to the introduce the first summits from way back to page number 1 when we were introducing, yes, the support to the premiers news breaking that were so incredible to be introduced to it. Therefore, we will have no time to waste. We just take the next page and the last page, and then we move on to another playlist. This is to prove that we are keen to work for government of the entire United Nations, of the misfortunate countries, of the disadvantaged countries, and of the underdeveloping countries, of also the Latin America, Africa, Europe, Indonesia, Middle East, straight to Austria, and then back to all the 7 seas of the 7 oceans, Icelands and Irelands of the global universe. Therefore, before we introduce the Lamoshe Vamoshe 18 Ps of Mr. Makaluza expansion from the 36 natives of the Cape to Cairo, from locally in Cape Town, then globally within a blink of an eye, we will invite global Earth crypto billionaires to become our investors, donors, funders, sponsors, and grant providers, while we invite their also led as investors to create us a stake private shareholders planetary universe with us as the Cape Town government residential citizens for a relationship of cryptocurrencies in investments. So when we strive as a team in the development stages of our startup ecosystem of product designs to service provide the international global universe of planetary earth government, as we became in a share of educating and training, knowledge, economic skills development, service and programs that are online as and individually, when you want to apply for the employment vacancy fixed jobs to the Universal Continental Planetary Global World Government by being what a field supportive skills transfer, such as our intelligent natives of the black and colored and all the multiracial native nations of the global network of Africa and all the introduced continents. Therefore, to close by this first page, in our full 20 years of professional junior research intensive with our Lamoshe Moshe Vamoshe 18 Ps of Mr. Makaluz, integrated marketing and communication as from 2001. The research of him here to be researching for the City of Kitchener government and the Western Cape government all began in 2001 while he was a student at the Durham Street of Hestad College, helping you to change your life. A private initiate institution sponsored and funded and invested by global world investors while studying the access to engineering main course. He was a knew that one of the coming futuristic future years